Looking for a nickel defense that's stout against the run and needs some coverage behind it? Coming up next. Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that actually gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, also that notification icon so you can get my daily uploads of different offensive and defensive tips. I want to give you a heads up. Actually, this is a defensive scheme that I had a request from one of my patrons. And it is Nico Mills, and he says, can you give me a scheme for 3 wide receiver type situations out of the nickel that still stops and run? Well, Nico, you came to the right place. I've looked at a bunch of different nickel defenses, the wide 9, the normal, and obviously the normal is not the same like it was last year. The wide 9 is kind of a watered down version of normal. But I kind of gravitated back to the double A gap, and I really never thought it was very stout with the run. But if you play this scheme correctly, this scheme is actually going to go ahead and pretty much prevent your opponent from thinking they can run, and then you're going to go ahead and put him in a situation where he's going to start passing, and then from that you can actually do you can attack your opponent with different types of coverages and blitzes to mess him up. One other thing I want to let you know. This does not stop Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson will get stopped, but he's going to break a 90-yard gain. So guys, if you're like, oh, I played Mutt, a guy with Mutt with a Bo Jackson card ran all over me, it's going to happen, man. That's why everybody's spending 80 cap and a $500,000 coins on Bo Jackson, because the kid is a stud. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the nickel double A gap. Now, a lot of people like to use a nickel dog 2 as a good blitz. That's a very difficult blitz to stop. You've also got the overload 3, which essentially is the same type of a blitz coming off the edge. But we're going to take a look at the outside dog. Now you could take a look the strong safety dog 3 and then the outside dog 3. You got the safety that comes sliding down in a blitzing situation. Now I want to go ahead and complement this. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my hot audible, and for my cover 3 show 2, I don't want to show 2 because that's going to give my opponent a tell. I don't want to give him a cover 2 look. I want to actually try to give him the same type of look. So we're going to go ahead and change that into cover 3 sky because basically that's going to put my safety down in that area. So that's going to be my adjustment. Now, the couple plays I'm going to jump into is going to be the cover 3 sky. I'm going to jump into the cover 1 hole opposed to the mid blitz. Now, mid blitz, great play, but there's many tells, and what's going to happen, the guys are going to rearrange. So actually, the cover 1 hole is a better blitz if you want to try to keep the scheme the same. So let's go ahead and jump into this play and just show you the look, what your opponent is going to be looking at. All right, so I'm going to run this against random plays, and these are random rush plays. But as you can see right here, what happens is you're going to have defenders in the area to go in and take away these run plays for you with the way this play is actually set up. So we're just going to go ahead and stay in the box like this. And you can see right here that reverse gets shut down because I've got safeties coming down. And you go ahead and play the box again. And as you can see right here, I'm actually going ahead and attacking. So I'm using this particular formation against heavy sets. So against 3 wide type situations, you're going to have less blockers to worry about, and you're going to have more people in the area to go and stop their reads. So I like to go ahead and do basically hard flats with the linemen. Just because I feel like it's going to do that. So here we got a shotgun formation. This is probably something you might be dealing with, but you can see right here I've got defenders in the area. It's very, very hard for him to do his running lanes with the way this defense is set up. What's cool about this particular play is that what you can do is you can turn it into a very good pass defense too. Now there's a couple of ways you can run the pass defense against your opponent. and to actually go ahead and clear up some of the holes in the defense or just mess up your opponent's reads. One of the fastest things to do is just doing a hot audible of the linebackers, and what's going to happen is those linebackers are actually going to go ahead and fall back in the middle of the field and actually just give a strange coverage look to your opponent. He's not going to be used to trying to see those type of coverage looks. So that's a good way to go ahead and really mess up your opponent's reads a little bit. So that's what I do like about this defense, is that it's going to give him kind of a strange look, and he's not going to go ahead and make reads successfully. Now we're obviously playing against a CPU. I'm playing against a high level, basically quarterback, and he will make the right reads eventually if there's really no pressure coming after him. So I want to come down, play in the box, but my responsibility is to play up deep, to force my opponent to go ahead and make reads underneath. Another thing you could do too is you can actually go ahead and take your linebacker by hitting your right bumper twice, your right linebacker, and actually putting him up in a deep blue. That way you've got basically a way that you can go ahead and not worry about the deep blue. You've got this linebacker that's going to fall back into it. So this is another way you can go ahead and cover the middle of the field, but now you've got deep pressure upside that you can go ahead and attack. So it's a good way to go ahead and adjust the coverage. Another thing you could do too, if you want to go ahead and give your opponent kind of the same look, is basically you can go ahead and do the drop zone by zoning up your linebackers and then making a hot audible with your outside safety and putting him in a deep third, so you can play down in the box and actually go ahead and cover certain areas. So this is just another way that you can disguise some your coverages against your opponent. So if he's thinking he's going to be able to attack you over the middle, they'll actually put some players in the area. Now, with this particular plays, you can jump into the cover one zone, and this is going to allow you to go ahead and hit your opponent with a mid blitz. So basically what you do is you just go ahead and do a hot blitz down, and you're just going to go ahead and cover the wide receiver that's not getting man coverage. So it's going to be that linebacker right there that actually was on the drop and release. But I'll show you some me jumping into this hole one blitz, and show you how successful it is to actually go ahead and change it up with your opponent. So we're just going to go ahead and do the hot one blitz right here, and if the running back comes out, that's going to be an opportunity to go and stop that. So let's just go ahead and see if we can hit it one more time. So basically we're going to do is set this up, just a hot blitz back, and we're just going to go ahead and take away the fast read against our opponent. And if you guys have ever ran the mid blitz, you know this is extremely effective blitz to go ahead and attack them. You could do underneath coverage, so you can make sure the guys will actually bite on the guys' routes. And we're going to be looking to the running back right there. As you can see right here, actually he took off with the quarterback, and I'm able to go to get a turnaround with this blitz. So you're going to get those type of opportunities against the computer, and you're going to be able to get some type of plays. Now another thing that we can jump into just to mess with our opponent a little bit is we can jump into the cover 3 sky, which is a fast audible. It's going to give your opponent the same type of look. You're going to have that drop, show you're going to give basically that cover 3 look. You've got the hook zones that actually fall into it right away against your opponent. So that's just another way you can attack them with this particular this thing jumping into the cover 3, and that's just going to mess up his reads a little bit, is you got those flats. But what's cool about jumping into the cover 3 is that you still have the ability to go and do a hot blitz, and now you basically have zone coverage, and then you've got basically you've got a blitz underneath. So if the running back doesn't pick it up, you're going to have an opportunity to go ahead and make some plays against them. So now you can jump into the zone. So between the cover 1 shell, you've also got the cover 3 sky, and then you have this base play that you're going to go ahead and run against your opponent. It's going to be very, very difficult for him to make an honest read against you. And you got that pressure coming off the edge. You've got the guys down in the box, so it's going to be very, very difficult for him to make reads. So that's what I do like about this particular play, this scheme, is that you're going to get these type of drops, these reads that you're going to go ahead and make plays. So guys, once again, I really appreciate support. I hope you guys picked some good tips from this. I'm going to go ahead and show you some video play right now, basically how the scheme works. You're going to see me playing online, using against real opponents, so you can see firsthand that it does work. So thank you for your support, and until next time.